I'm always looking for, I don't know about you, but I'm always looking for the roadmap.
If you're looking for someone to give you a roadmap, you're most likely motivated by order. This motivation type responds equally to internal and external motivation. You can hear this when Brene Brown explains what she wants in her roadmap.
Like, I want to find the researcher, storyteller, Christian, lover of all people, fighter of the resistance. I want to find the blueprint of who's ahead of me believing what I believe in and doing it really well.
Brene wants a roadmap to be the researcher and storyteller. I believe this is her internal motivation. These are the titles that she gives herself and what she does for her own satisfaction. Then Brene takes a long pause, and in my opinion, she shifts into how she wants other people to see her. Christian, lover of all people, and the fighter of the resistance. This is her external motivation. Your motivation can equally come from internal and external sources. When the internal and external align, you develop the superhuman power to hit every deadline. When your internal and external motivation clash, you can become torn and frustrated. Brene Brown was torn and frustrated by a quote from American poet Maya Angelou that, in her words, pissed me off for decades. Brene couldn't stand the thought that she disagreed with her role model on something so fundamental to her research on belonging.
I know this for sure. Like, if you ask me the one thing I know for sure, 200,000 pieces of data. I know in the absence of love and belonging, there's always suffering. That I know for sure. So this quote from her about belonging everywhere, which is really nowhere, is what sets us free, was so troubling to me. But then I started digging in.
This is a classic battle of the internal, Brene Brown's research, versus the external, the words of Maya Angelou. What Brene did next is critical. She dug in. Digging in are her words for asking questions, and she's really good at it. You don't get 200,000 pieces of data any other way than asking 200,000 questions. When Brene Brown digs in, the outcome is typically a best-selling book, and in this case, the book is titled Braving the Wilderness. The word braving is an acronym for the 7 elements to be able to stand alone. It is what Brene Brown needed to prioritize to solve the frustration that she was experiencing.
Braving is the tool to help us manage the wilderness.
It's so useful and it's so concrete and it's a checklist.
Yeah, it's a checklist.
Okay, so what can you learn from this? I can guarantee that the solution to all of your frustrations is to ask questions so that you can create a checklist. With a checklist, it becomes easier to know what to prioritize. When you lack that clarity, you can mentally run yourself into the ground as you bounce from rule to rule, unsure of which one to follow. So the next time you hear your internal dialogue bouncing between, I should do this or I should do that, take it as a sign to step back, ask questions, and develop a roadmap that makes it clear of what to prioritize.